Welcome back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. You know, I'm big fans of a great group called Cornerstone Recovery, and they're helping young people and their families recover from the ravages of drug and alcohol and really other areas of abuse that are addictive. And really love what you guys do, Debbie Ortiz, and Debbie is with that organization. And really love supporting them through this opportunity to talk about what they're up to and some of the people that they're working with. And so why don't you tell us a little more about Cornerstone, and by the way, and give us the website as well.
Okay. Our website is cornerstonerecovery.org, O-R-G. And today I'd really like to focus on some exciting opportunities that we have coming up the first of the year. We have our annual breakfast, which is a wonderful chance for people in the community to come and really find out more about what Cornerstone Recovery does and to meet some of the people who are involved with us, some of our supporters, our volunteers. And that event is going to be on March the 27th. You know, I'll give a quick plug. I'd love to talk to any people who have interest in attending. They can actually call me at 281-687-0205 or email me at debbie@cornerstonerecovery.org. And today we have with us Susie Distefano, who is a wonderful example, and she actually is one of the sponsors of that organization. Susie, I'd really like to hear from you. You know, as the CEO of a major hospital, you obviously have a huge job and lots of responsibility, and yet you find time to support Cornerstone Recovery, not only as a board member, but also becoming involved, you know, such as hosting the reception, the kickoff that we have coming up. So tell us, what is in it for you? You know, why is it so important?
Thanks, Debbie. It's a pleasure to be here. Working with children, as I do and as I have throughout my career in hospital settings, right now as CEO of Children's Memorial Hermann, it's so clear to me that we do very well for the sick child who needs to be hospitalized, but we really leave the kids at the curb that have problems that aren't glaringly apparent, and alcohol and drug abuse fall into that category.
Yeah, no question about it. And, and this is one of those areas that's really hard from a financial fiduciary perspective for even the insurance companies to be involved in and that type of thing. And it's an ongoing battle. And we can see where kids get progress, but we can often see where when the financial resources run out, institutions will conclude, oh, he's in great shape, we can send him back out, and invariably that doesn't work. And so that's great that you see that, the importance of that.
Yeah, I really think that it's all about safe passage, and the vulnerable teenage and adolescent who is lucky if their parents or community understand that there is such a problem, because oftentimes it's difficult to diagnose and understand. And then when you find a great organization like Cornerstone, not all families and children have the resources to undergo the care. So Cornerstone really donates quite a bit of care on an ongoing basis. It was impressive enough to get me off the sofa on the weekends and get me involved.
Yeah, it's shocking actually how much they just, money is never the final determiner of whether or not someone can get treated, and there's very few institutions that operate that way, and so it's very hard not to be excited about what Cornerstone does. Debbie?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, obviously that is why we are having this annual fundraiser, is to help so that we can serve even more families and kids. Susie, I know that you've been with us for a while, and you have been impressed also not only with the outcomes, but the growth and the history, the evolution of Cornerstone Recovery. Would you like to say something about that?
Thanks, Debbie. The history of Cornerstone to me is fascinating. The program itself is about 15 years old, but formally incorporated about 10 years ago. Started out as, sort of an organic, smallish program situated in Palmer Church, and now it's grown into its own. There are currently 165 teens and adolescents. Cornerstone treats the family, so they put their arms around these 165 kids, their parents, their siblings, and virtually have locations all over the metropolitan area.
Yeah. And again, touching so many lives. And what I really love about Cornerstone is that there are a lot of great APGs in the greater Houston area, but in my opinion, none of them are as interested in the family unit in the way Cornerstone is, because the problem is a systemic problem. It's a family problem. It's not just a kid problem. And I think they go, it's not a place where you drop off your kid and your kid gets better. It's a place where the whole family gets better so that you can have lasting recovery. Why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Well, Kirk Campbell is the director of the program and working in collaboration with Dr. Annette Edens. These guys are magical. And Kurt believes that the first thing you have to do is make it cooler to not be on drugs and do alcohol than to be doing substances. So the first thing he does is emulate cool in a straight fashion. Then he teams up with Annette, and you're right, they pull the whole family in, and it's impressive. I think, those of us that understand pediatric disease and pediatric care will always agree that the child is connected to a family, and you better get your arms around the whole milieu, the whole group, in order to make things happen in a good way.
Yeah, very good. Go ahead there, Debbie.
So, Susie, obviously you must think that Cornerstone is getting some good results for you to, as I said, take your precious time away from the huge job that you have at Memorial Hermann. Tell us, can you compare to other programs? Kevin mentioned other alternative peer groups. What information do you have about other programs out there and how we compare?
Well, Kevin nailed it when he said that the magic juice in Cornerstone is including the family, because once you get them on board, the results are startlingly amazing. And so if you look at an average program that treats alcohol and drug abuse in teens and look at Cornerstone, 1 year out, Cornerstone has 95% of their kids alcohol and drug free, compares to about 24% nationally. And I could go on down the line and tell you 8 different ways that Cornerstone rocks.
Yeah, it really does, and you're speaking the language of Cornerstone as well. By the way, the website for Susan's hospital, which everyone's familiar with, people from all over the world. I have a son with a serious health issue that we had to spend a day or so in your hospitals getting that dealt with, and there was literally people from like royal families from around the world who were there to get their child treated. And it was amazing what you all do, and just for the entire system, just check out Memorial Hermann, and that's 2 N's at the end of that, memorialhermann.org. Debbie, we have just about a minute left. Why don't you wrap up our conversation today? And by the way, it's cornerstonerecovery.org.
That's right.
Yeah.
And again, we're gearing up for this annual breakfast. It's going to be very exciting, a good opportunity for you to come and really get to see us, meet us, find out a little bit more about what we do. So call me or email me at debbie@cornerstonerecovery.org.
Yeah, it's a great organization. And if you got this issue going on in your household, this is a great organization to battle it, and I encourage people to check it out. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
When we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here, including this interview, will be found over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter, and this is The Price of Business.